radiopharmaceutical standards program. He became an employee in the radioactivity section of NBS NIST in 1976. From then until 2003, getting a Master of Science degree in Science and Technology Administration from GW along the way, Ron has applied his extensive expertise and meticulous attention to detail to research in radiochemistry, nuclear chemistry, and radionuclide metrology, developing measurement standards for applications from healthcare to environmental monitoring and nuclear power. In particular, his work in establishing the measurements and standards for radon, of significant interest to the EPA and homeowners everywhere, he established NIST as the premier radon and radium measurements laboratory in the world. Throughout his scientific career, Ron has always reminded his colleagues of the fact that science is rarely as exact as some might think, and that no measurement result is worth the ink or electrons it's written with unless it's accompanied by a full and thorough assessment of the associated uncertainties. In fact, in the world of radioactivity measurements, as Terrell said, it is almost impossible to hear the words radon, uncertainty, or metrologist without thinking of Ronald Colte. He took a too early retirement in 2003 to help out the French and some displaced Americans as an adjunct professor in applied mathematics at the American University of Paris and the International Victor Hugo School, and as a tutor for math and English to the lucky students who had a chance to work with him. He was able to return to us at NIST in 2005 to resume his crucial radionuclide measurements for standards in a variety of applications. We're very fortunate to have him working with us still, bringing up the next generation of metrologists in this challenging field. With nearly 100 refereed articles, although unfortunately I think none with me, and the worldwide respect he has garnered for his measurement of radioactivity, Ron has been recognized through many awards, including from the American Chemical Society, the Sigma Xi, and the Department of Commerce. The Journal of Applied Radiation and Isotopes recently recognized him for his outstanding contributions in the field of radiation physics. Of course, with such a significant and distinguished career, there's no time to properly mention all of his many achievements, influences, and impacts. Suffice it to say that those far-reaching accomplishments, his ability and drive, and his infectious enthusiasm for metrology make Ron exceptionally well-deserving of the 2015 Washington Academy of Sciences Award for Distinguished Career in Science, in recognition of his lifetime work and major contributions in radionuclide metrology.
I've worked at NBS NIST for 38 years, and I've done a lot of experiments and I've worked on a lot of projects, but the thing I'm most proud about at being at the lab was the number of young scientists, bright young guys, that I've trained, mentored, and hopefully inspired. That is probably what I think is my greatest contribution. I've actually done science for 50 years. I marked the start from receiving a medal in physics in high school, and that was 50 years ago last year. And throughout that whole time, since then, I've only worked in labs, 9 in all, and never had a real job. But the amazing thing is all the years that I went to work, I loved going to work. I never considered it a job. It was just what I wanted to spend my life doing. And also science is a very cooperative thing. I published about 120 papers, throw out the 1/3 that I sole authored, and of the remaining papers, I had 71 co-authors representing 31 different institutions and laboratories throughout the world. And I must silently thank them because they are also a part of any achievements I've made. Lastly, I would just like to thank my beloved wife, Dr. Marufi Goulet, and my very accomplished children, Arthur and Sophie, because they helped me along the way throughout all time. Within our family, we always tried to meld the two cultures of CP Snow, because both art and science are creative enterprises and they walk hand in hand.